Emma had always dreamed of being her own boss. For years, she worked as an accountant at a large company, handling numbers and reports day in and day out. She was good at her job, but deep down, she felt unfulfilled. She often thought, is this all there is to life? What if I started something of my own? Emma was passionate about baking. Ever since she was a little girl, she loved spending time in the kitchen, experimenting with recipes and creating delicious treats. Her friends and family always told her, "You should open a bakery." But Emma never took the idea seriously. She thought it was just a dream, something too risky, too big, and too far out of reach. One day, everything changed. Emma's company announced layoffs, and she was one of the employees affected. At first, she panicked. Losing her job felt like the end of the world. But after a few days of thinking, she realized something. This was an opportunity. With no job tying her down, she had the chance to finally follow her dream. Emma sat down at her dining table with a notebook and pen. She wrote at the top of the page, "My bakery business." Below it, she listed all the reasons she wanted to start a bakery. She wanted to do something she loved. She wanted the freedom to work for herself. And most importantly, she wanted to create something she could be proud of. But Emma also knew starting a business wouldn't be easy. So, on the next page, she wrote another list. Challenges. She wrote down everything she could think of: finding money to rent a shop, attracting customers, competing with other bakeries. The list was long, but Emma didn't let it scare her. Instead, she told herself, "I'll figure it out, step by step." The first thing Emma did was research. She spent hours on the internet reading articles and watching videos about how to start a small business. She learned about business plans, marketing strategies, and budgeting. She also visited other local bakeries to see how they operated. She took notes on what they sold, how they decorated their shops, and how they treated their customers. Next, Emma created her own business plan. She decided to start small. Instead of renting a shop right away, she would bake at home and sell her products online. This way, she could save money and test her idea before committing to a big investment. She came up with a name for her business, Emma's Sweet Creations, and designed a simple logo using a free online tool. With her plan ready, Emma faced her first big challenge: finding customers. She started by telling her friends and family about her business. She sent them photos of her cakes, cookies, and pastries and asked if they wanted to place an order. To her surprise, many people were excited to support her. Emma also created a page for her bakery on social media. She posted pictures of her treats, shared behind-the-scenes videos of her baking process, and interacted with her followers. Slowly but surely, her page gained attention. Strangers started sending her messages, asking about prices and delivery options. Her first official order came from a woman who wanted a custom birthday cake for her daughter. Emma was nervous. What if the customer didn't like it? But she worked hard to make the cake perfect. When the woman picked it up, she smiled and said, "This is beautiful. My daughter is going to love it." That moment gave Emma a boost of confidence. She realized she could do this. Running a business wasn't always smooth. Emma faced many obstacles along the way. Some weeks, she had so many orders that she barely slept. Other weeks, she struggled to find customers and worried about making enough money. One time, she delivered a batch of cupcakes to a customer, only to find out that the frosting had melted during the drive. The customer was upset, and Emma felt terrible. But instead of giving up, she apologized and offered to remake the cupcakes for free. She also invested in a better delivery box to prevent the same problem in the future. Emma learned an important lesson. Mistakes are part of the journey. What matters is how you handle them. After a year of hard work, Emma's business started to grow. She saved enough money to rent a small shop in her neighborhood. Decorating the shop was one of the most exciting parts of the journey. She painted the walls a soft pastel color, installed wooden shelves for her baked goods, and placed a cozy seating area by the window. When the shop finally opened, Emma felt a mix of pride and disbelief. She had turned her dream into reality. To attract more customers, Emma started offering baking classes on weekends. People loved learning how to make her famous cupcakes and cookies, and the classes brought in extra income. She also partnered with a local coffee shop to supply them with pastries, which helped her reach even more people. 2 years after losing her job, Emma looked back on how far she had come. Her bakery was now a well-known spot in the community, and her social media page had thousands of followers. She was no longer the nervous accountant wondering if she could start a business. She was a confident entrepreneur who had faced challenges, taken risks, and built something meaningful. When people asked her how she did it, Emma always said the same thing. I started small and kept going no matter what. The key is to believe in your dream and take one step at a time. Emma's story shows us that starting a business is a journey filled with ups and downs. It requires courage, hard work, and a willingness to learn from mistakes. But it also shows that success is possible if you take it step by step and never give up. If you've ever dreamed of starting a business, let Emma's story inspire you. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with what you have, where you are. Your dream is closer than you think. This story is suitable for English learners and highlights practical lessons about entrepreneurship while improving listening and comprehension skills. If learning English through stories is useful for you, I would be happy if you like and share the video and subscribe to the channel.